pitching wedge.
Gotcha.
So he was stuck.
Gotcha.
And I guarantee you he lost 4 strokes just by not having that glove.
Wow. I mean, that puts us at an 85. I mean, that's,
Yeah.
you know, then we're starting to talk about, you know, when you get to 85, you start saying, well, what else can we get to breaking? You know what I mean? So, loving the progress, buddy. Working hard on it. Good job.
Thank
Now, you know, one thing we do need to talk about, we're going to start getting in some tournaments or something like that?
Yeah,
I hope so.
I would like to do that for sure.
Okay.
I think he's getting to the point where he can go out there and do it.
Yeah, I mean, through the competition he's going to face, he's going to be able to, I think, be in the top 10, top 5 right now.
Really?
Yeah.
I
mean, we're not playing on the
PGA
PGA
tournaments. Are those 1-day or 2-day tournaments, or how do they work?
I think most of them on that Hurricane Tour for the division he'll be in, I think will be mostly 1-day events, but I think they have like major championships, which are 2 days and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think where the division he'd be in, I think he'd be able to compete pretty well. The big thing is meeting some people out there, friends and stuff like that, to compete against, you know.
Yeah, the other thing is like, you know, when he's out there by himself and no one's allowed to help him,
Oh yeah.
I guarantee you he's going to have some struggles with decisions, right? Because I'm like, why are you doing that, bud?
Yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
know?
But
Or, hey, why are you sitting up there on the tee? Why don't you move over a little and take that tree out? Like, so he'll have to learn some things on his own the hard way.
absolutely. I mean, we all gotta, you know. I can remember the first time I got in a tournament. It's definitely cutting your teeth, you know. But once you get past the first 1 or 2 of them, you start to really relax into it. You figure out what you need to do. And the big thing is it really identifies your weakness, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
You know, contact, putting, short game, and it really identifies what the issue is.
There's a kid out there in front of us, just a redneck, good old boy,
Mm-hmm.
like 19, 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing like water shoes, like if you're captain of a boat.
Yeah.
Okay? He came out there, he was in a hurry, he asked if he could play in front of us. So anyway, he was a couple holes in front of us, and we're on the tee box, and he was on 17, that par 3.
Yeah.
And anyway, I looked down there, and his ball was about that far from going in there. I was like, damn. I yelled at him, I'm like, bro, you can't get any closer than that.
That's it, man. That old country boy can play right there.
Are you blocking anything out to the right today or not?
Yeah.
You got it all fixed?
I wish.
I didn't see anything to the right yet.
No, I haven't. There you go. Not horrible, or not bad, but I've hit others more like towards the trees.
Right. Well, we're kind of warmed up here. Let's you want to kind of work on the driver a little bit? Is that what you want to kind of work on today, big guy, or is
Yeah,
there?
sure.
Okay. So we'll kind of work on the driver, and then at the very end of it, we'll kind of go over maybe a setup for lag putting. Kind of help him out there a little bit.
Yeah, I forgot to ask you. You told us about the grip on the putter. I totally forgot what it was. And he did too. And I was like, well, don't change it then because you haven't been practicing with it.
Correct.
But
Well,
I want to refresh on the grip.
okay. We'll talk about the grip. We'll give you kind of a better idea about how to set up for a lag putt, which is a little bit different, different feel.
So, driver.
He's also learning very quickly that the second try is always easier.
Player B is always a better player, isn't he?
He's in perfect position to have a ball on the green in 3 on par 5.
Yeah.
It's like, what is it, you're 70 yards out?
Yeah.
60, 70 yards out, which is like a full swing with a 60.
Mm-hmm.
And that hits it low over the green, right? Skulls it or whatever. He's so pissed. I'm like, what was that swing? That didn't look like your practice swings.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hit another one, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't count them. It's just for practice. But anyway, next one's just pure, man. He's up there 6 feet for a birdie putt. But he did that multiple times where he took a second shot and greatly improved. I'm like, that's golf, man. That's how it works.
Absolutely. Getting those reps in, that's the most important thing right there. All right, let's see what we do.
Just way out the heel.
Okay. And that might be what we need to talk about, but it's off the heel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, heel, right? Heel strike probably. Path is a little bit too far out to the right. Okay, so we're swinging out towards more like the first baseman than the second baseman.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see how we're 6, right? And your face matched your swing path. So you're square to your path. We just need to get your path more down the line. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We're still hitting behind it, which is good. Spin was okay. Not worried about that. But really the big thing I see here is just the face and path. They're matching up. And if you're hitting it on the heel, it probably means that we might be coming into the ball, a little early extension. Okay? So we'll take a look at that and see, okay? Good.
Same thing.
Let's do this real quick.
So like yesterday, I would have said to him, hey, set up for the right side of that trap there.
Mhm.
Right? And the ball would be where it's at right now. But it'd
Okay.
be straight, okay?
Uh-huh.
No spin on it.
See your face there real quickly, guy. Let's give that a couple hits. See how we're doing, okay?
Right up there.
Okay.
Where is it?
In the heel, high heel. So that would be a tell sign that he's probably might have early extension. We'll take a look here.
He hit the best drive of his life on the valley hole there.
Oh yeah.
The one where you're way up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really narrow.
Yeah.
Problem is, he never saw it. He's like, where'd it go? I'm like, bro, that is right down the middle. Best drive I've ever seen you hit.
I love that. That's a beautiful picture hole too.
Yeah, he was hitting into the wind and he hit a 250.
Wow. Good work. Okay. In the heel again?
No, that was middle of the face, just on the upper half.
Upper part?
Yeah.
Okay. That's more where we want to kind of be.
I think I just left my face open on that one.
Okay.
Left face open.
So let's just kind of take a look and see how our body lines are doing here just a little bit. Okay, so probably would guess, right? I think we're a little too cramped with the club.
Okay.
Okay, so I'd like to see you get those hands out a little bit. Feel like you're reaching just a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. Getting a little long again.
Yep.
Okay, see how your chest now is extended up quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, see how Rom's keeping his chest more over that ball a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
I noticed Ron's more bent over its address. Is that personal preference, or does he?
One, I think it's a personal preference, but I think if I can get him to reach, those bends start to come a little bit. Does that make sense? Right, I think
he looks
he's,
pretty upright there.
yeah. So I think if we can get his arms a little bit more out in front of him, where he feels like his right hand here is more underneath his nose than inside of his chin, right? Then I think he starts to get a little bit more flex with his knees, right? Wouldn't you kind of agree there, big guy?
Yeah.
Right. So I think that. How does that feel as far as the setup goes?
It's fine.
Right. So I think we're gonna kind of do this. Right, so hold on one second. There we go. Okay, good. Okay. And then I'll get you. There you go.
Okay.
Feel where you're at there?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a reach right there. Okay, now your right hand's underneath your nose, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Not so
Versus
much,
there,
right?
yeah.
So it's gonna. I think that's gonna be part of what you need to kind of do is get a little bit more of a reach right here, just a little bit, and or back up a little bit. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Let me take a picture of that.
Yeah,
That
please
way
do.
We just have a reference point.
Mhm.
Right there, good.
Alright, so I'll get you to reach just a little bit more. There you go. Okay. So you see how that's where it's
Mhm.
at? And let's kind of take a look right here. We take a look at John. Right? If I put a line right here. Okay, so it's kind of more underneath his chin just a little bit, but you can see yours. Would be inside your chin a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So just get a little bit more of a reach right there.
All right.
Okay? Start with that. Okay, let's see. And there's where you start hitting it on the heel.
Yeah, I'm stuck.
Right? So you get here like this, you're over rotated, and then you just kind of throw the club, and then your hips go whoop.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why we're kind of hitting on the heel a little bit of
Mhm.
some early extension. Okay, so let's just start with our setup, okay? Just feeling like we're reaching just a little bit more, okay? And just see what kind of results we start to get from there, okay?
Okay.
Feel a little weird?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where do we hit it at?
I don't know. I only see two.
Well, let's take this guy off real quick then. Just feel like we kind of got our hands reaching just a little bit, ever so slightly, okay? Sounded good.
247, bit of a draw on it. Like, that's in a fairway, so
Yeah.
that's...
I'd still like to get this club path a little bit closer to 0.
Yeah. That's
Okay,
really bad.
just a little bit, okay? All right, so I just want to kind of see. I think, I know John is not, club path is always over, but I'm trying to find somebody that does play a draw. Where he might kind of be. Brooks, not so much. Ben Griffin? Does he play a draw? Okay, so here we go. Yeah, this guy's the guy who plays draw. So you see where we're at the 3?
Yeah.
Okay, that's where we want to kind of live a little bit.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
So how does he get there?
He needs to kind of feel like he's swinging left. To be honest with you, he needs to kind of feel like he's swinging a little bit more towards the third baseman, right? Right now he's swinging out towards the first baseman, okay? Really like to have him swing out towards the second baseman, right? But we need to kind of have the feeling that we're swinging over to the third baseman or shortstop, right? It's going to feel a little bit
Feel
more.
versus real.
Correct. So for this one right here, we're going to kind of work on our setup like we've been doing, right? What I want you to do in your mind, because everybody's a very smart machine, is try to get this closer to 0, or maybe even one time a negative, so you feel what the opposite of it is. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. But I do like, if we take a look at the face though,
Yeah. It was pretty well struck.
pretty well struck right there, right? Okay. I just think that if we can get a little bit more square, right, we're going to start seeing that ball start landing over here,
Yeah.
which is more where the hot spot is on the drivers,
Yep.
right there.
So it's not necessarily middle.
No, not really. They kind of put that up in the higher area to get that draw. Hit the same spot though?
No, it was way off the heel or way off the toe.
Way off the toe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it barely even showed up.
Okay. Okay. Good. Must be 9 o'clock. 9:30.
Same thing there.
Okay. Off the toe again?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's take a look, see what we're doing with our extension. Okay. Once again, look where we're at. Not a lot of reach there, is there?
No.
Okay, so got to kind of work on that a little bit, right?
Good news is that's easy to fix.
Yeah.
Just hold your hands out further.
Right, but we got to start shortening up that length of swing.
Mhm.
Okay, once we get that club moving so far back behind us here, it's really tough to control it.
Yeah.
Okay, if I could get you to stop right here, look at that beautiful form that you have right there.
Mhm.
You see that? That's golden. But once you do this, you can see that you start to create a lift.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. All right. Give me a practice swing here, and I want you to make it feel like it's just 3/4 to you, okay? Batter. Okay, batter, 3/4. Good. You see how we're shortening up that length right there? Not getting... There you go. So let me ask you this. With you kind of swinging 3/4, do you feel like you have more control of the face down there?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Okay. So that's what I want us to kind of work on right there for a couple swings here, okay? Feel like we're extended out just a little bit, right? Okay, or just feel like there's a slight reach. Not so much, but just a little slight reach, okay? And 3/4 length for me, okay? Okay. Path is getting more to where we need to be, okay? Good. Where was that on the face?
Still off the toe.
Off the toe. Okay. Let's take this guy out. Three. Okay, 3/4 swing, right? Feel like there's just ever slight of a reach. Okay, good, good. There we go. Where did we hit it on that one?
Top of the face and a little off the toe, but that might be more towards like the sweet spot on the driver. Just kind of high on the face.
Just kind of high. So we're starting to. The big thing is we're moving it away from the heel,
Yeah, yeah.
right? That's the thing. But now we're starting to get into this hot quadrant right here.
Mhm.
Okay, so we're starting to get there a little bit, I think. Give this feel just a slight reach, right? Good. 3/4 length. Good. Good. 3/4 length.
Same spot, a little bit lower on the face.
Okay. Okay. Working it around. Do want to do one thing here. There we go. Good. 3/4 swing. Feel like you're swinging up to the guys. Here we go. Path is getting better. We were behind the ball. Face was closed a little bit, a little low to the left. Where did we hit it on the face there, partner?
Just above the middle and a little off the toe.
Okay. Kind of wondering why we got that type of ball flight on that. That's okay. Let's take a look and see here. Oh, we got two of you. Okay, what do you see?
A lot more tilt.
Right? So you can see where his low point's about 3 or so.
Mhm.
Okay. Yours is at 1. Okay, and I think the only reason why we got to a 1 is because I told you to swing up.
Yeah.
Right. Every other one has kind of been either a 1 or a 2
Mhm.
attack angle down. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? And I just see the setup. Right. If you look at your setup, it's kind of like you're like this.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we want to feel like, okay, so when I set up, right, let's just say this is where that ball is, right? But when I set up, I want everything to feel like it's back over here. Does
Yeah.
that make sense? Like when I look at JT here, right? You can see everything is kind of pointing back in this direction over here, right?
Mhm.
Where yours would be pointing ahead of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would cause a few things, right? That would cause us, as I come down, to hit it on top of the club because I'm getting a very steep angle.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so we want to get that feeling. There you go. There you go. Right? Yeah, just a little bit forward. There you go. Good. Feel like everything's set up back in this area. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so give you a little visual reference point, right? So if I get right here, okay, I want you to feel like your sternum and everything's kind of pointing over here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right? So now you're behind the ball, right? And as you turn, you're going to continue to be behind the ball. And then as you go forward, your head will be able to do what it needs to do, and you can have your hands released. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, does that feel different to you?
No, I mean, this is what I used to do. I don't know how I got to, like, that position, because I actually used to, like, do that with my arm.
Yeah.
Like, a coach told me to do that, and then I'd have, like, a really big tilt.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I guess I just kind of, like, moved away from that over time.
Okay. So, I mean, to me, it looks like the setup is just kind of wonky,
Yeah.
right? So, really want to kind of feel like when I set up, my chest and everything is over on this side of the space instead of getting over here.
Yeah.
That would be really, that would be more, not exactly with an iron, but that's kind of more what I'd see with an iron setup. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You're trying, you know, it's got more of that look of attacking down on the ball, not allowing it to get up. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so letting that left shoulder get up a little bit, feeling like we're behind that ball, is going to allow you to get to the inside a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? There you go. Good. Good. Much better. So let's take a picture of that real quick. All right. Good. So let's take a look at this guy real quick. All right, see where his setup is? And I'm going to have you set up one more time and have your dad take a picture, okay?
All right.
Right, but you see where we're at there?
Yeah.
Okay, shoulders are a lot more up, the sternum's more behind the ball, okay, instead of kind of being where it is.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you go one more time, set up, put your back foot up, okay, so you have a reference point. All right?
And you're ready.
Ready?
Right? So, much more of that sternum tilted ever so slightly away from our target, right? Instead of kind of being up and down, right? And you're really feeling like,
I gotta make a call real quick.
yeah, go right ahead. But really feeling like we're getting more of that weight on this back side here a little bit,
Yeah.
and having that, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what our big issue is I think our setup's just gotten really wonky,
Mm-hmm.
right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that way you can hit up on it a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
Okay, good. So just feel like you got everything set up back over here in this area, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, feel like everything's loaded up on this back side over here. Good. Good. Does it feel different to you at all, what we're trying to work on here?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like I'm more, less like level like I was, more,
Tilt?
yeah, more tilt, more hitting it on the upswing, hopefully.
Okay. Okay, so let's kind of work on that for just a sec, okay?
Okay?
Any questions on that?
No?
Okay. All right, that's the big thing I see with that setup. So let's get that setup corrected, and then we can try to figure out if we've got an in-swing issue or not. All right, so make it feel like everything's, I'm going to put this on over here, but just feel like everything's kind of loaded up over to that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Right here smoking hooch.
Yeah, nice. Nice. 10 o'clock.
There we go.
Felt that, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Much better. Okay. It's still a little out to the right, but get our height. We got our height back up. Okay, it wasn't 23 feet, which is good. Got to get it up to about 70 to 90 if we could.
All right.
Yeah.
55, but the last one I think was 23 feet. So, right, feel like everything's set up back behind that ball, right, allowing you to launch up on that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Spin came down, which is great. All right, but hey, here's the big thing I'm seeing, right? We're going to figure out that face and that path. but now you're getting your low point to where
Yeah.
it needs to be.
Mhm.
Okay, so I want to make sure that we're hitting behind the ball before we fix anything else.
Yeah, I think at the very end there I stood up on it, which is why I didn't get as much height, even though I hit it way up on the upswing.
Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay, now we're starting to get the height. Okay. All right, I like where we're at with 3.7B right now. Okay. All right. Feel like everything's set up back behind that ball, right? Good setup.
Is that 70 there? Is that the height?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. $83. Good. But where were we at there? A little bit ahead though, right?
Yeah.
Put a little spin on it.
Okay.
Let's see if we got a little wonky with our setup again. Kind of half and half, would you agree?
Yeah.
Okay, so I like how the shoulders here, okay, but I'd like to kind of see more.
Looks like my hips are like level, even though my
Yes.
shoulders are.
Correct. I want to have a little tilt on that, right? So I want to
Yeah.
have a little bit, when I look at it, I don't need the hips level. I need it kind of more like this, right? So there's just a little bit of some pelvic tilt,
Okay.
just right there, okay?
Yeah.
That's going to help, you know, that gets this, up we go. Does that make sense?
Where to go?
Where to go? Here, we got a couple over here. Here we go. Okay. All right, good. Feel like you're really loaded up behind here now, right?
Mhm.
Everything good, good. Let's go with that. I like it. Sounded good. Okay, good. All right, height was a little low,
Mhm.
okay? We're starting to get that club path a little bit closer, out of the 6s into the 5, which is good. Here's the big news, what we're trying to go for right now is getting behind the ball,
Mhm.
okay? Where are we hitting on the face?
More consistency, but still up at the top.
Okay, okay, so let's do this. I'm gonna take a look at your setup, and what we're going to kind of do is either move it back or forward. Does that make sense?
Okay.
All right, so see if we can get a little bit different location on the face just a bit. I'd like to have it come down just a smidge.
Yeah.
So let's do that. So once again, what we're kind of working on with the setup, right? We're having a little bit of a reach, not so close to our body, right? Feeling like our body is set up behind the ball, so that's going to allow my hip to kind of be more up, shoulders kind of being more like this, and now I'm really behind that ball, kind of more loaded on my right side. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you move the ball just a scotch back in your setup, okay? And then I want to see where our face, where it's hitting on the face, and then we'll kind of move it to the front a little bit, see if we get a different result. Mm-hmm. Set up everything behind that ball for me.
Does that look better? Ball position?
Mm-hmm. Yep, that looks a little bit further back than what you had it. Let's just see how we do there.
Okay. 56. Still up at the top.
Is it coming down a little bit? Or
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, yeah, a little bit, yes. Okay, so I think we're moving in the right direction. Big thing is, look at our
Yeah,
club path.
3.9.
Yeah, that way, you know, if I'm at 6, I'm just swinging out over here, and I've
Yeah.
got to get that face to really rapidly shut. Okay, good work. Okay, all right, feel like everything's loaded baked potato back behind it, right? Here we go. Good. Mm-hmm, there you go. Good tilt.
That was way off the heel of that one. I came really over the top.
not according to this. What I'd have to
Oh,
think,
really?
what I'd have to think is that we kind of went into the ball a little bit.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. Good. Feel like we got a little bit of a reach, right? Just a smidge, right? Load it back behind it, right? And feel like we're swinging right back towards that pitcher, okay?
Mm-hmm.
A little bit ahead there again.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that one right off the heel there, or is that the earlier one?
No, it was that was the earlier one. It was right in there.
So let's do this for the next just couple swings. Same setup, same thing what we're trying to work on. Let's move it further up in our setup. Let's see if we get a little bit different result now. Okay, so feel like it's 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch further up than what you had it, okay? So let's just see what result we get there.
Look good?
Mm-hmm.
I think I caught that clean.
Okay.
Yeah, dead middle, a little bit off the heel. Or not dead middle, but a little bit off.
Okay, so what are we finding out in this little experiment that we're doing for you?
It looks like I square the ball up better, the more forward I have it in my stance.
Yeah. Good, good. You know, but those are the things that when we're out there on the range, right, and having this and stuff like that, little tape on the face, we start to play with those things and we start to figure out which one works best for us, right?
Mhm.
Where was it on the face there? And I think we've got an answer, right?
Yeah.
Right? You know, as much as I'd like to say golf is just all about this, that, and the other, it's a science experiment for everybody, right? Your body, your arms, your club, your equipment, your ball, all's different.
I saw a thing on Facebook the other day. And It's like it was Scotty Scheffler video, and it's like, don't sway the front hips, or you might win some majors.
Yeah.
And it shows he had 8 inches of sway or something.
Oh yeah.
I mean, a forward sway, right, where your hip kind of, I don't know, maybe it was a sway or I can't remember, but
Yeah,
where your front hip comes, you know, this forward.
yeah, lateral sway into
Sway,
the
I guess it
ball.
was sway, but yeah. Anyway, the point is like, you know, find what works for you.
I think Arnold Palmer said it best: swing your swing, right? You know, everybody's got their own swing, and you know, I've seen some people out there on playing in tournaments. It's the ugliest swing in the world, but you look down at the card, it's a 66.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, it's not a pretty game at times. Good. Okay, a little bit more up in our setup like we did. Last shot, great job. Setting up behind it, good work.
Hold on to that.
Okay. A little poppy loppy. That's all right. Okay. But we're somewhat down the middle.
That was off the bottom of the face.
Okay. Okay. So we're starting to move it around quite a bit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How's it feel as far as your setup's going right now?
It feels comfortable.
Okay, that's good. Okay. Do this to it. There we go. There we go. That's a pretty good swing right there, buddy. Look
Yeah.
at our spin rate. We're behind the ball, which is great. I always love that. Path is getting so much better.
Yeah, 2.7.
2.7. If we could get you to stay there, you're going to be. And look at your total, 243
Yeah.
at what are we, 16, 15?
Mm-hmm. 16.
Good night, man. I mean, we put in some speed in that. By the time we're,
Yeah.
19, 20, we're hitting, 280, 300 yards. So good work. All right.
When I sit here and look at him right now,
Mhm.
he doesn't even look like the same kid that I brought here the first time.
I know. He's
Like, not only his swing improvement, but he's
bigger.
filling out a little bit.
Absolutely. Yeah, he was a very skinny little kid when we first.
Kind of still is, but.
Yeah, but he's definitely filling out. All right, feel like you're set up.
There we go.
Good work. A little bit out to the right, but we're starting to get that path. Starting to do some good things here, okay?
So the path was good. Did I just leave my face open a little?
Yeah, just a little bit. Okay.
I'm not sure
That's
which one
kinda
is
what
which.
we
I think
saw.
it's that one in the middle.
Okay. What's that?
That's kind of what we saw yesterday. Like, so he hit that 245.
Mm-hmm.
His path was good. It just went out right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, so set up real quick for me. Okay. Good. Now let me see your up here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of work with you here.
Yeah.
Right, you feel that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just need to kind of have a little bit more of that at the bottom.
Okay.
Okay. Your path is doing really good. Okay. Feel your hands. See what we're doing. Okay. Low point's really good. Okay. Spin rate's down. Okay. Just you gotta get that feeling of kind of rotating those forearms or getting that face to close a little bit for us.
Mhm.
Okay. Club head speed. 90. Good. Good.
What was it? 90?
90. Yeah. Good. That's good. Okay, getting better. Okay, face was only open a degree, 0.2 to what our path was, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, feel like you're setting up behind that ball, right? Okay, good. Good. Setting up and turning behind it. Here we go.
That was nice. Maybe not.
Okay.
I struck it really well in the face, but
Yeah, we did a lot of good stuff here, right? Good spin, good low point. Path was a little bit out to the right, a little bit than what we want, right?
Yeah.
But we got to get that face to kind of close up a little bit for us, okay? All right. So I'm gonna kind of I'll do this with you just for a sec. So take this guy, okay? That's workout, isn't it?
yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna hit 4 or 5 balls there.
It's like made out of like titanium.
I'm sure steel of some sort, right? Some kind of metal. Okay, so just kind of give me a setup here. Let's slow it down a little bit and start working on the face angle just a bit. Okay. Good. Good. See how that starts to fix a lot of things when we start putting weight into it,
Yeah.
right? You can't, especially with the driver, you can't,
You can't swing too hard with this glove.
correct, you can't manipulate that thing. It's manipulating you.
It's like a woman.
Mm-hmm.
They'll find out.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, every fight I ever got in my life, there was a woman involved.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But does that give you a good feel of where the club needs to kind of be, back behind you and
Yeah.
through? Okay? Felt that face open there though, don't you?
Yeah, that was very open.
Okay. So your job on these next 3 balls is to get that ball to go left. Does that
Alright.
make sense?
Yep.
Okay. Good. Okay. Feel how much you've got to put force into it to get that thing to turn over?
Yeah.
Okay, good. 2 more for me. That's all. Cool. Okay. Got that to go left, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's grab our regular driver. Okay. Just take a couple swings and get used to the feel again. The weight, feel. All right. Feels like a toothpick in your hands, I bet.
For sure.
All right, let's do 3 shots here. Okay. Right, get our good load up behind the ball, right? Get our tilts correct. Good, let's make it go left.
Good.
All right, so much easier now, right?
Yeah, a lot easier.
Okay. So now we just need to kind of dial it back a little bit, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I would highly suggest getting one of these.
So, is that like commercially available or somebody just
No, it's commercially.
rigged
Yeah,
it
it's
up?
the power hitter.
Okay.
So this is, I think, just a great way to kind of warm up hit balls and you get a real sense of where the face is. You got to slow down. You can't control the club, right? It's just so heavy that you have to bring the proper mechanics in to hit it. Good stuff. We just need to get that height up now, okay?
Yeah.
Okay? That's the only thing I'm seeing here, okay? Okay, so feel like it's up in your setup a little bit like we talked about, right? Okay, good. Sounded better. There we go. Okay, getting better. I like that we're up above 70 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I like that. That sounded good. A little left though. Okay. So, but the
Coach,
big.
I gotta leave early today, but his mom's gonna be picking up here in a few
Okay,
minutes.
no problem, no problem. Big thing is you can see we're starting to get out of the heel, back into the center of the
Okay.
face.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that again.
Is everything out of the car? Do you have anything in the car you need?
No.
Alright, I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, we can't do it next Saturday.
Okay.
He's got a volunteer for school.
You want me to set it up for 2 weeks, or do you want to give me a call?
Set up for 2 weeks.
Okay,
What would that date be? Like the 7th or something like that?
7th, 6th, something like that. I
Yeah,
think,
just do that. If there's a problem, I'll let you know.
Okay, sounds
Alright.
good.
Thanks.
Have a good one, my man.
See you.
See you in 2 weeks. Or he may be yard selling. Maybe your brother bringing you, right?
He's out of town right now.
Oh, is he? Is
Yeah.
he back at school, or where's
No,
he?
he's up in Indiana helping out my grandparents with some things.
Oh, what a good guy, man. What a good guy. All right, here we go. Once again, okay?
Mm-hmm.
right? So we really want to feel like we're loaded up behind that ball, right? We're extended just a little bit with our hands, okay? Good.
That one's more off the toe.
Good. That's more where we want to kind of be right there. That's
Okay.
more the location that we want to kind of be right there.
All right.
Okay, so we're zeroing in on it. Okay. Good. Okay. I like how we're getting that club path to be less out to the right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, closer to our zero.
I got under that a little.
Okay. Right, but not the world's worst miss, right? I mean, it's not.
No, it's in a fairway.
It's in the fairway. A lot of good numbers there. Just need to get a little bit more centerness on that face, okay? Here we go. Doing great. There you go. How's it feeling for you right now?
A lot better.
Good. Okay. I think the big thing is that, at least for today, is the setup, right?
Mm-hmm.
Getting ourselves in a much more aggressive setup behind the ball than just kind of being like this,
Yeah,
right? Stacked on top of it, right? Feel that weight back behind that ball. Everything's set behind it. We're going to launch up on that thing. A little low. We hit that low in the face.
Yeah, low on the face and off the heel a little.
Where was that guy at?
Oh, I think it was off the heel a little.
Seems like when we get those kind of lower balls a little bit, it seems to be a little bit more off the heel, isn't
Mm-hmm.
it? Go. Go right here. All right. Go. All right. There you go. Good swing.
Thank you.
Good work right there. All right, setup's looking better.
Yep.
Right, see how you're setting up more behind the ball, which
Mhm.
is good. Okay, still getting a little bit of that reverse pivot though.
Okay.
See where we're at there?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Want to feel like our left shoulder is getting over our right foot, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so if I kind of take a look at JT here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, see how he's really getting that left shoulder to turn behind that ball?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's kind of the feeling that we want to kind of have there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so really feel like, you know, with that, getting everything here, when you get here, make it feel like that left shoulder is getting behind that ball for us. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, right now it's kind of there, right? But you kind of You kind
But I
of
kind of like tilt that way almost.
yeah, a little bit, right? So
Yeah.
we really want to feel like that left shoulder is getting behind that ball.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, because if I look at JT here, right, that left shoulder is probably every bit of a, maybe a foot or something, maybe. All right, if I take that lead shoulder. All right, that's every bit of a foot, maybe foot and a couple inches,
Yeah.
right? I don't know where the ball exactly is, probably like right about here for us. But you can see that that left shoulder is not really turned behind it as much as it could be.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so with that in mind, okay, give me one swing, and then what I figured we kind of do while we wait, maybe go jump on the course a little bit and let you play a hole or two. Sound
All
good?
right.
There you go. Good. Feels like you're turning forever, right?
Yep.
Good. Just give it a shot.
Off the toe, I think. Yeah.
That's to be expected.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's a lot of turning. Of course. See if we got it. All right, Oakmont. Here we go. All right, we'll let you play a hole or two here.
All right.
See how you're doing here. We'll take the tape off your face.
Okay.
You just let me know when your mom gets here or what have you. And
Okay.
is she gonna? She'll just knock on the door. All right, big guy, you about ready?
I'm ready.
All right, so straightaway par 4 here. Just a little 491 drive.
Should be easy.
Okay. Let's see how we do here. There you go. Turn it behind that ball. Good job. Oh, look at that. Yeah, if you like them perfect. Good work. Good work.
243. Nice.
Mm-hmm. Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good. All right, second shot here, buddy.
How far do I have?
You've got 247, so I'd go grab a wood of some
Yeah.
sort or a long hybrid. Right, for us, we're probably looking at, trying to get somewhere maybe to the front of the green. It is 41 feet down, so we've got lots of downward. I definitely still hit probably the 3 wood here, okay? There you go.
Hit it a little left.
That's okay.
Still a good shot.
Yeah. So we got 54 yards. Probably need to grab like a 56 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And, to be honest with you, this is a lot of slope from what I understand. Probably want to land it short of halfway maybe.
Okay.
Okay, so pick out your spot. I know it's kind of tough with short game on these things, but try to pick out a spot that you kind of see here and try to feel that. So I think a good 30, 35-yard shot would be perfect for us.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Go. Good. Hi, how are you?
Just tell Tom I'm here, buddy.
All right.
Whenever you're done, I'll be out the car, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Be 2-4.
Didn't even register. Let's try it again.
I think I hit that too hard.
Okay. There you go. Get a feel for it. There you go. There you go. There you go. There we go. I think that's going to be.
Go, go.
Watch this thing run. Okay. Good. Probably auto putt for two.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
So bogey is really good right there on one of the toughest holes
Yeah.
in the U.S. Open, right? So that's
Yeah.
really good right there.
I don't think I like. I just don't. I don't really have the ability to get there in 2, get a green in regulation when my second shot was like 240 out. You know.
I don't think there's a lot of people I teach, including myself, that could get there
Yeah.
too, to be honest with you.
Mhm.
I'd have to absolutely nuke it to get there.
Yeah.
So let's kind of talk about what we've kind of worked on here a little
Mhm.
bit, okay? That way your mom's not waiting so
Yeah.
long. Big thing for us, okay? Remember, we want to make sure that when we set up, we're getting set up behind that ball
Mhm.
for us, okay? We want to have, our pelvis is going to be kind of tilted just a little bit of a degree of angle. The shoulders are going to be down. If you got to kind of feel like you're reaching from behind your knee or something like that to get that set up, that's good. We don't want to get to the point where I'm really getting set up behind it, so make sure that we're watching that a little bit.
Okay.
I think another big thing that we got to kind of work on here, and I think we kind of identified it here at the end, if I have my ball right here, okay, every good player that I see, right, gets their shoulder behind that ball on the driver,
Mhm.
right? I don't want to start getting to the point where I get here and then I kind of turn and keep that shoulder in line with it.
Yeah.
Okay? It can kind of feel like we're turning behind it, but it's kind of a false feel, right?
Okay.
So it's got to be getting that left shoulder behind that ball. See how I'm behind that ball right there?
Mhm.
Okay, that's where we want to kind of be right there.
Yeah.
For you, it probably feels like you're turning forever back behind that ball.
Right. Right.
But that allows you all this time to get running towards it and then hit up on it.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
but if I kind of turn here, then I got to kind of traverse my spine to get that angle.
Mhm.
And most of the time for you, it's going to be a point where we have the low point ahead of the ball instead of behind the ball.
Yeah.
Right? So getting that left shoulder to turn behind it, now I can really go boom and up.
Yeah.
Right? It gives you all the room that you need. Right? But you're so used to kind of turning on top of the ball that when I ask you to kind of turn behind the ball, right now it feels like you're turning forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But kind of get used to that and do that.
Okay. Yeah.
Other things, any other questions that you'd kind of have for today?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So really the big things that we kind of worked on, getting our club path closer to 0, right?
Mhm.
I'd like for you to live somewhere in the path of 3 to 2, right
Yeah.
around there. Getting our face to kind of close a little bit, right? But I think once you start turning behind the ball, the releasing of the hands is going to be a lot easier for us because you have that extra room to get it through.
Yeah.
Instead of me trying to get you to kind of get it closed real quick because
Mhm.
we're not turning behind it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
No questions though?
No.
Okay. So set it up for 2 weeks. Does
Yeah.
that
2
sound
weeks
good?
from now. Thank you, Coach.
You're welcome. You're welcome, big guy. You did great today, okay?
Thank you.
And I'm proud of the scores, man. You're working hard on it.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
At your age right now, and to be honest with you, only 2% of the population that plays golf can break 100.
Yeah.
Only 1% can break 90. And you're doing that, right? So
Yeah,
you're in that
absolutely.
1% right now.
Mhm.
So keep at it. You're doing great.
Thank you.
All right, big guy. Have a good one.
Take care, coach.
Mowing some greens today?
Yep, gotta do 3 today.
3. Okay.
Maybe I'll do 1 tomorrow. I don't know.
There you go. Well, enjoy your weekend, okay?
Yeah, thank you. You too.
Good kid, man. He's a good kid.